Hello, YouTubians. This is going to be a more serious video that I've been planning for not long at all, maybe just the past couple of days, and not even, really, I just started actually thinking about doing it today, but I've had it in my mind for a while, and I was just like, maybe I'll just do it today. So, the first bit of news I have is that I will be uploading more frequently. I'll be trying to upload every Saturday and every Wednesday. And if I don't upload those days, then, well, sorry about that. Because that's gonna, be my main uploading thing. So, be checking on Saturdays and Wednesdays. So, today is Tuesday, obviously, if you're watching this on the day that it was published. And I said I was going to upload a second video of diversity tomorrow, and I will still be doing that, but today I have this informative video because I have a specific topic to talk about besides my uploading schedule, and that is Shania Twain. Now, a lot of you people out there don't even know who she is, but to me, she is everything that has, formed my life. 50% of my life was formed, of my talent life and my friendship and my everything was formed because of my parents and this person. That's because, she's just a person that I look up to as a person and as my idol, and it's just that some people just don't know who she is at all because she's not really our time, but some people do know about her because of me, and they kind of hate her. So I'm going to try to change that because I really don't want people hating on her anymore around me. So here it goes. I'm going to start off by just talking about her early life. So she was born into a pretty poor family, and she was almost always starving, and she had a pretty terrible childhood. And her parents were there to support her all the way. And by the way, she's a singer, if you didn't know. So her parents supported her all the way throughout school and everything that she wanted to do. They just made sure that she was happy all the time, that she was just the best person she could be. And her father, her biological father, was not married to her mother when she was able to recognize who her father was. So she had a stepfather before she could even recognize who her real father was. So she never really met her actual father, but she didn't mind that. So her stepfather's last name was Twain, but her biological last name was Edwards, and so she goes by Shania Twain now, but her actual born name is Eileen Regina Edwards, and so that was her original name, but then she changed it to Eileen Regina Twain. And so after she was done with school and everything, and she was, while she was going to school, she was, doing music lessons for voice and guitar and stuff, and so she really enjoyed singing and music and everything, and her favorite artist was Dolly Parton, which is country music, and she really wanted to meet her, but so that was her dream back then. And so she loved country music, and she did lessons and everything, and her parents helped her throughout the way with that. And then when got older, when she was 21, parents passed away in a car accident together, and that was devastating because she was really young, and she like, her parents were everything to her because they helped her throughout everything. So Shania was like, she was with her sister and like her sisters, and her older sister and her were taking care of the younger sisters, and they were just like all trying to get back together, and her brothers too and stuff. And so when they finally got back together about 2 years later, or not really, but like when they okay, well, let me just say this. 2 years later, Shania Twain came out with her first album called Shania Twain. And that's when they changed her first name to Shania, because they thought that it flowed better than Eileen Twain. They said, you know what, let's just change your name because to sound more like your heritage, like your... They wanted to change her last name, but she said, like, no way, I can't change my last name because that's my stepfather's last name, and he meant everything to me. So they changed her first name instead to go with her last name. And so they made her first album, Shania Twain, by Shania Twain. So that was her first album, her first studio album, and it was country music like Dolly Parton, which I already said. And so she started singing then, and she started with her debut album, which was not popular at all. Barely anybody recognized it, but people who did really liked it. So a couple years later, they made a new album called The Woman in Me, which is her second album, which sold out like crazy. It was one of the best albums at the time, and everybody loved it. So there were like so many hits on that, and I've sang Whose Bed Have Your Boots Been Under, which is from that album, and it's such a good song, but again, people don't recognize it anymore. So what should I say now? Oh yeah, so Shania Twain was like ridiculed because they thought that her album The Woman in Me and her other album Shania Twain was not actual country music because it was too pop and it didn't count as country. But then and she also decided not to go touring or anything because she was like, you know, I don't have enough popular songs yet. Yeah, everybody, like 90% of the people loved her and 10% of the people were saying like, oh, she's not country, what is this? And then some people started to like think like, yeah, you know what, this isn't really country, and people started making fun of her music and stuff. But then in 1997, I think it was, she came out with her hit album Come On Over, which to this day is the best-selling country album of all time. And it's just crazy how in 10 years her life went from her parents are dead to like this amazing thing where she has 2 hit albums in like just in 10 years she got this popular. And so by this point she was pretty much like a legend, and everybody loved her now because they just loved that new album. And then at this time she started touring, and so by this time when she started touring, like everybody went to see her show. It was like sold out. It was really good. And she even made a DVD called Shania Twain Live. And like it was just her singing live in a concert. And so then like 7 years later, no wait, I think if the album was in 1997, then it was 5 years later, she came out with an album called Up, which is my favorite album of all time because I just love it so much. And so wait, I'm just looking something up here. to see when her, yeah, 1997 was Come On Over. So 5 years later she made Up, which was in 2002, which was right around when I was born. So this was when I really started getting into music, when I could actually understand it and stuff. So the album Up had 3 versions. There was a green version, which was country, a red version, which was pop country, and a blue version, which was international. So these all came out on CDs because that's what they used at the time. All of their albums are CDs, and they're on iTunes too. But so yeah, so there were a bunch of hits on this, but it wasn't as popular as Come On Over. But I truly love this album so much, and it's just that with all of this stuff that happened in her life, nobody realizes how, and like, going back to when she was little, when she was poor and starving and she couldn't do anything, and now she's just this beautiful person. And to think that she's like never rude or anything, she's always happy, she's still going at her goals. She has, right now, nobody really talks about her, but, well, actually no. Last year is when people started talking about her again, because she started a show in Las Vegas called Still the One, and it's sold out every single day. So, and she's coming out with a new album too. But so I don't know what to say next. Oh yeah, so since people don't realize, people like tell me whenever I say, oh, I love Shania Twain so much, whenever I'm thinking about her, people are always like, how could you like her? She's terrible. Like, whenever I play her music, people are like, ugh, that again? And I'm like, yeah, because she's a really good person, a really good artist. She's always on tune, she's always on beat. She's like pretty much a legend in country music. She has the best-selling country album. Like, what more can you ask for from an artist? Yet nobody, like, whenever I mention her, nobody cares. They're just like ridiculing her, and I'm sitting there like thinking to myself, like, I want to cry right now because this is my favorite artist and nobody even cares. And whenever I like sing her music, everybody's just like, psh, that's the worst song I ever heard in my life. Like, how could you make fun of like somebody that's so famous, like such a good person, had a terrible childhood, like when they're 20, they don't have their parents anymore, and they're still a good person, they're still going at their goals, they're still singing, they're still doing this and that and the other thing. Like, and this is my idol too. Like, you hear how much I sing in my videos. This is the reason why I started singing. The first music I remember hearing was her music. And when people make fun of that, it's just, like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make you feel good. It makes you feel like you're making fun of my dreams right now. Like, just go make fun of something else. Don't make fun of what my life is made of. And nobody cares. Like, I don't know how to explain this any better, but pretty much when you say, oh, Shania Twain is like nothing, oh, this music is terrible, why are you listening to it? Like, that's just, it's literally, on the inside, it makes me feel like you're killing me. It makes me feel like I'm being attacked. It makes me feel like, oh, well, this beautiful person that I listen to every day, that I research about every day, that I look forward to a new album about every day, like, you're just making fun of all of that. I spend hours a day just thinking about this person, just listening to this person, just, like, looking at this person in pictures, watching videos on YouTube about this person, just, like, just watching this person, making sure this person is still there to make me feel good at the end of the day when I want to listen to some music, You're making fun of all of that. You're making fun of, like, years of, like, you're pretty much making fun of my whole life by saying that you don't like this person, by saying that you think their music is terrible, by saying that you think that I should never listen to this person. You're pretty much making fun of my whole life. And people do it every day to me. People are like, stop singing, Joe, it's terrible. Stop doing this, Joe, it's terrible, because, and it's all related to that one person with the name of Shania Twain. The one person that I look forward to listening to every day. The one person that is in my life every day. The one, like, it's just crazy. And, you know, I know that sometimes you may not realize that you're doing it, but I tell people to stop, like, saying stuff like this all the time, and they're like, they just don't listen to me. They just keep on going at it every single time. And this video is to show you how good of a person this person is, how much this person has impacted my life, and how much you should just think about what you're going to say the next time you say something like that, and just shut your mouth and go along with what you're doing, because this person has carved my life. She just means so much to me. Like, you guys don't even know how much she means to me. Just knowing that she's alive, knowing that she's here, knowing that she is still having a good time, knowing that maybe one day I can actually meet this person, knowing that maybe I can actually sing with this person, knowing that one day this person might see my YouTube videos, she might like what she sees, she might like what she hears from me, because, like, I have talked about this person so much in my everyday life on YouTube. I have thought about her, like, so much. I've put so much thought into this person, and she just means the world to me. And you, like, people out there who think it's funny to make fun of her just for 2 seconds, impact me for my whole entire life. Just like 2 words, 2 or 3 words, just a phrase or 2 may make me think about it for the rest of my life, because it impacts me that much. You might not think that 1 or 2 little words that you say to me about this person that are mean might make me think, like, oh, might make me think about it for just 2 seconds. Like, I'm not gonna just think about something like that for 2 seconds. I'm gonna remember it for a long time, because this person means so much to me. Like, I probably wouldn't be enjoying music as much as I do if it wasn't for this person. And that's all I can really say, so I really have nothing else to say. I'm trying to think of something that would make you, like, that would impact you. I mean, just think about everything that makes you happy, or, like, the thing that makes you happy the most, and have someone just making fun of that every single day. Just making you think, like, trying to make you think that you should stop doing that thing, listening to that thing, watching that thing. Like, just make you forget about that thing and move on. Like, imagine that. If somebody was taking, like, something that impacted your life so much and they said, you know what, it doesn't matter. That thing doesn't matter. Just go on with your life without that person or thing, whatever it is. And just leave it behind and don't ever think about it again. Because that's pretty much what people are saying to me every day. They're saying, oh, this is what means the most to you? It doesn't matter. Just leave it behind. Just don't ever think about it again. Sorry this had to be a serious video, but I need to get the message out that you people need to shut up when it comes to talking about Shania Twain badly, because she means the world to me. And every time I say I love Shania Twain, I mean it. It's not just like some stupid act that I'm like saying this because I want to make people laugh at me or whatever. This person actually means something to me. And if you actually care about me, maybe you would actually look her up, listen to her music, and see what she does, because she really is a beautiful person with beautiful music and beautiful personality. But I bet nobody's gonna do it because they don't care. See you in the next video, YouTubians. Guess I'll spend an hour editing the next video for tomorrow so that you can just watch it. And then again, people are gonna make fun of that too, because that's just how it is. See you in the next video. Goodbye.